Hello, everyone. This is Yolanda Harper. I'm here with Chris Long, and Toby's right here at our feet. So you'll see me petting him because he's right here. You'll hear his collar. But happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We are so close to Friday, not nearly close enough, right?
Never.
We wanted to pop on today and share with you guys some tips on how to help support your teen through transition, right?
And transitions for teens, half adult, half child, it can be a challenge.
It can be a challenge. So those transitions can be any number of things. We are coming to the end of a school year. So for some teens, that means shifting from high school to college, for some from middle school to high school. Other examples of some transitions?
Moving, picking up a new activity, sleepaway camp, visiting colleges. It can be an assortment of things.
Yeah, that divorce, navigating through changes in family dynamics, that can be a big transition as well.
Going from one parent to spending time with another, absolutely.
And even in, sometimes our kids get really involved in sports and certain sports leagues. And sometimes we as parents decide to transfer them to maybe a different league, or from rec to competitive. Those can be some pretty significant transitions as well.
Absolutely.
So,
and when we look at those transitions, a couple of things that are important to keep in mind is that while as adults we've developed those skills to transition, a lot of our teens haven't. And you can see the difference between a child who may be anxious and who maybe avoid, both of which are more trouble signs, versus a child that's just uncomfortable, which being uncomfortable is very normal.
Very normal, right. And again, keeping that perspective of things that we look at through our adult lenses as not a big deal are pretty significant issues and transitions for our kids. So the difference between anxious and avoidant, kind of share about that.
Well,
what does that look like?
When children get anxious, you see an assortment of behaviors that can sometimes impact sleep, can impact decision making, daily behaviors, moods, irritability, and that's sometimes kind of the beginning or the red flag of some things that can be trouble moving forward. And avoidant is when you just start to see them either withdraw, avoid tasks, make excuses, not do things, both of which are not real healthy, because we do want our kids to learn to work through those things, which can be a challenge.
Yeah, so building life skills. So anytime we're under any type of threat or perceived threat, typical fight, flight, freeze response.
Here comes the adrenaline.
So that's kind of what we're talking about, right? So recognizing this is an opportunity to build life skills moving into adulthood, but also recognize a significant impact in that adrenaline rush, the fight, flight, freeze, anxiety avoidance. So awesome.
Right. And
what else?
Keeping it simple, just kind of 3 things to keep in mind when you're dealing with your young adult or teen in transition. Number 1, talk about it. Talk about it, prepare, practice, rehearse. What if? Role play, just suppose. Because if we can talk to them about it, they can put it through their own framework and relate to it, put a plan together. That's kind of one point. The next one is help them tap into those times in the past that they've had successes. Hey, remember when you spent time with grandma? Hey, remember when you went from elementary school to middle school? Tap into those past successes, because they can then take it, remember what they did, use some of those skills that they've acquired, and encourage them. You're bigger, you're stronger, you're more mature now, you have more skills. Right. And then I would say the last one is just remember, as a parent, we can't do it for them. Okay? And we can't hold them to our same expectations. They're going to struggle, they're going to fail, they're going to make mistakes. So the bottom line is rehearse it with them, support them, be there for them, and help them tap into those skills that they've acquired along the way.
I love that, because 1, talk about it, because a lot of times we can tend to not talk about hard things. We tend to do our own avoiding and kind of sweeping things under the rug, but talking about it really normalizes that we all go through transitions, we all go through hard things, and we can build a skill set and kind of help support you with it. And then reminding them of their past successes. We are both social workers. Part of our training is a strengths-based perspective, so we intentionally look for where things are good. And where there's some strengths, and we build on those. That's super important. And allowing our kids to know that they are resilient.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, if you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to give us a call.
Yeah,
okay?
Awesome.
And it's an area that I'd like to consider myself an expert.
He is an expert. He can consider himself an expert. The fact of the matter is that we were just talking before we started this video about how Chris is helping kids through transition and testing and that kind of thing now. So again, Mom, Dad, remember, as adults, we kind of see things through a different lens, from an adult lens with more experience. We have to give our kids the opportunity to learn their own way of making their way through transitions, build their own skill set of resiliency. Resiliency is a learned trait. So we at Harper Therapy would love to help support you and your family and your teen through that. Give us a call. We can talk through what's going on for you guys and your family and how we can help. Otherwise, we'd love to hear any tips or any questions that you guys have as far as your teen and transition. And we hope that you guys have a great evening.
Stay well. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.